amigos, Jennifer here. I'm happy to present the 2 Gringos on the Golf June 2024 budget. I am Jennifer along with my husband Daryl and our Maltese Cece. We are 2 Gringos on the Golf. Okay, let's get started. I don't want to take too much time on this. We're headed to Mexico City in a couple of days and I've got a lot I gotta do. So down and dirty again. We'll start off with the total budget. 36,870 Mexican pesos or 2013 US dollars, 2,758 Canadian dollars. Pardon me. Not as bad as last month because no car insurance. But I did mention I don't expect any low budgets now until ever. We're doing nothing but traveling between now and we'll stop traveling in October when we settle into our new home somewhere in Oaxaca, but that is a more expensive area. So I'm saying adios to the budget-friendly budgets. Okay, so we'll go by item. So 7,000 Mexican pesos for rent. That does not change. It was 382 US dollars or 524 Canadian dollars this month. Groceries, 5,250 pesos or 287 US dollars and 393 Canadian. Not bad. That would probably be around 600 or 800 Canadian if we were back in Canada, I'm sure. I wanted to include on this slide, the top picture is a chedraui that we shop at, which is not the typical one, and the bottom one is the typical one. You can see it's very large. There's a lot in it. Although ours has a lot in it, it is of course just a small one. It's in El Centro, so it probably took over an old building, and there's really no very large old buildings in El Centro. So I just wanted to give you some perspective of, I mean, we shop at the markets as well. Last month they had a picture of the market that we shop at. But when we're not shopping at the markets, when it's things we can't buy at the market, we're buying them here at this chedraui, which is maybe a 10-minute walk from our house. Dining out, so 3,898 pesos, 213 US dollars, sorry, and 292 Canadian dollars. What can I say? We do like to eat out. Gas, we did not add any gas in the car this month. The vet, we did go to the vet, 3,300 Mexican pesos, 180 US dollars, or 247 Canadian dollars. That might be higher than what they have been in Mexico, but it was an ultrasound of his heart. So that's usually another doctor that's brought in. I think he comes to the area like once a month and just kind of travels around to all these cardiac patient dogs to do ultrasounds. CC, because he is a heart patient, he needs ultrasounds every 6 months. It was a very positive outcome. The doctor took him off 2 of his heart medicines and his numbers are looking really well. So good news there. Power and water, nothing this month. Cell phones, 629 Mexican pesos or 35 US dollars, 47 Canadian dollars. That's for 2 cell phones. 1 on a plan and 1 pay as you go. I did have the groomer come back. I sent her 270 Mexican pesos or 15 US dollars, 20 Canadian. Though that looks a lot like CC in the picture, that's not him. I just thought it was cute. Personal purchases, I bought some face cream and that's what that is, $89 or 89 pesos, 5 US dollars or 670 Canadian dollars. Propane. We did have to get the propane filled again. We ran out. It was 540 Mexican pesos, 29 US dollars or 40 Canadian dollars. and it was discovered that there was a leak. And when I told the guy that delivers the gas, I said, I think there's a leak in this tank. And he checked it out, and it was actually in our line, which he just delivers the tank and hooks it up to our line. So we let the landlord know, and we all got all kinds of new fittings and a new, what is it called, regulator? Yeah, a new regulator and hoses and stuff, and the leak is now done. So kind of a shame that we lost all that gas, but that bad smell I was smelling is gone now. Local travel, quite a bit this month. 8,746 Mexican pesos, 478 US dollars, and 654 Canadian dollars. So what we did, let me just bring up the information here quickly. So you may recall in last month's video that we were in the middle of a heat wave. So for Daryl's birthday at the beginning of June, we decided to get a hotel room with a pool that allows dogs and has air conditioning, just to get some relief from the heat. And we just stayed in the city of Xalapa, but that's included the hotel and food while we stayed away for the weekend. We took a bus tour from Xalapa that went to, it was a beach called Playa Mata de Uva. It's a little further south than Veracruz, not too far, the port of Veracruz. It was a lovely day. We were out of the heat wave by the time we took that trip. So the weather was beautiful, and we did get a Xalapa, so we were out of the sun, and we brought our tent. So that was pretty nice. We kind of like the tent for the dog, so he doesn't bark at everybody, but it didn't work because he barked incessantly when we were in the tent. Okay, and then from there we went to the port of Veracruz very briefly. Like, they gave us like 30 minutes there, so I'm not even sure why they bothered stopping. And we just kind of ran around a couple of blocks while looking for a bathroom, and then, you know, we looked around a little bit, but not much. And then we stopped for dinner at another place, Riconda or something, another little town, and had very authentic Mexican food. It was very good. So that was our travel adventures for last month, June 2024. I did buy some prescriptions. I call them prescriptions, but I don't really need prescriptions for them. Back home I would, but here they're just medicine. So that was 468 pesos, 26 US dollars, and 35 Canadian dollars. Amazon purchases. Okay, so not bad, 1,000 Mexican pesos, 55 US dollars, and 75 Canadian. Daryl needed a new selfie stick because his last one was kind of wobbly. Back to the total budget. To summarize, all of that was 36,870 Mexican pesos, 2,013 US dollars, and 2,758 Canadian dollars. Oh, I didn't finish the extras. Sorry, I don't know how Okay. So we got the fog lights. We purchased last month. They were on last month's budgets. We got them installed. So that was 1,500 Mexican pesos to install them, 82 US dollars, 112 Canadian dollars. And I had another pottery class. I don't know why, but I couldn't find any pictures of the new item that we made. So that was the first item that I made, but the new item we made was a egg cup. So I still have to decorate it. So I try to get it decorated and put in the kiln and retrieved before we move to Oaxaca. So anyways, that was 1,000 Mexican pesos, 55 US, 75 Canadian. And now back to the total budget. So That's our budget for June 2024. It's gonna skyrocket here next month and in the coming months because of all the traveling that we're doing. The trip to Canada was not cheap. Mexico City, we're spending a week in Mexico City. That won't be cheap. So yeah, but lots of experiences to garner from all those expenses. So I look forward to seeing you on the next budget video. Take care, have fun, have a great summer. Adios.